In the depths of an ancient and mysterious forest, sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, casting dappled patterns of light and shadow on the ground below. This was a place where nature's beauty flourished in abundance, teeming with life and energy. At the heart of this vibrant forest, a small cat was gracefully hopping along a path, her red cloak fluttering in the breeze. This was Little Red Cat, who always wore the red cloak her grandmother had made for her. On this particular day, Little Red Cat was filled with excitement, for she was on her way to visit her ailing Granny Cat. Her basket was brimming with fresh fish, cheese, and the wild flowers she had carefully picked along the way. Her heart was light, and it seemed as though the forest had never looked more beautiful. In the distance, Granny Cat's cozy cottage was nestled among the trees, glowing warmly as if beckoning her closer. Yet, in the shadowy corners of the forest, a pair of cold, gleaming eyes were watching Little Red Cat's every move. These eyes belonged to a cunning wolf, whose heart was brimming with malice. He knew that both Little Red Cat and her Granny Cat would make a delectable feast. Stealthily, the wolf set off toward Granny Cat's cottage, determined to strike first. Unaware of the impending danger, Little Red Cat continued to skip along, picking flowers as she went. The flowers along the path swayed gently in the breeze, as if applauding her arrival. But the wolf was fast, and he soon reached Granny Cat's cottage. A soft knock on the door shattered the peaceful silence inside the cottage. Granny Cat heard the knock and, assuming it was Little Red Cat, asked sweetly who it was. The wolf immediately mimicked Little Red Cat's voice, pretending to be her, come to visit Granny Cat. Suspecting nothing, Granny Cat opened the door to greet her granddaughter. But as soon as the door swung open, the wolf lunged forward, and after a brief startled cry, silence fell once more inside the cottage. Not long after, Little Red Cat finally arrived at Granny Cat's home. She knocked gently on the door, eager to see her beloved Granny. The door slowly creaked open, and Little Red Cat stepped inside. The room was bathed in warm light, and her basket was filled with fresh food and flowers. Yet something didn't feel quite right. There, lying in bed, was Granny Cat, but she looked a little odd. Little Red Cat took a few steps closer, eyeing the figure in the bed with growing suspicion. She noticed that this Granny had ears, eyes, and paws that were far larger than usual. Her heart filled with unease, and just as she realized something was wrong, the wolf suddenly sprang from the bed, baring his teeth and lunging at her. Quick as a flash, Little Red Cat leapt out of the way, narrowly avoiding the wolf's attack. Her heart pounded like a drum, and she knew she had to find a way to protect both herself and Granny Cat. She frantically searched the room, her mind racing for a solution. Just then, a shadow appeared at the window. It was the silhouette of a hunting dog, who had heard the commotion and was coming to help. The dog crashed through the window, shattering the glass, and lunged at the wolf. A fierce battle ensued between the wolf and the dog, filling the room with tension. Seizing the opportunity, Little Red Cat ran to the corner of the room and quickly unlocked the cupboard with her nimble paws. Trapped inside, Granny Cat was finally freed. She jumped out of the cupboard and joined Little Red Cat in confronting the wolf. In the end, the hunting dog caught the wolf by the tail and hurled him out of the cottage. The wolf, battered and defeated, fled into the forest, never to return. Sunlight once again flooded the clearing in front of the cottage. Little Red Cat, Granny Cat, and the hunting dog stood at the door, basking in the calm that had returned to the forest. Little Red Cat breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that she had conquered her fears and successfully protected Granny Cat. From that day forward, Little Red Cat became not only Granny Cat's guardian, but also the brave protector of the entire forest. She had learned to face challenges without fear, for she now understood that true courage comes from within. The forest returned to its peaceful state, with sunlight streaming through the leaves and the animals resuming their carefree activities. Little Red Cat, Granny Cat, and the hunting dog returned to the cottage, enjoying their newfound tranquility and happiness. This story, too, would be passed down through the generations, forever remembered in the forest full of love.